Welcome to Bid on You, the podcast, where we help you navigate the chaos of life and experience the bliss of backing yourself. Hosted by yours truly, Marissa Lee. Every Friday, we sit down with creatives, artists, influencers, and just the regular folks to talk dating, adulting, faith, culture, and all the random thoughts in between. It's time to bid on you. So let's start the show.
We in this thing. Get crunk, eyebrows on fleek. Welcome back to Bid on You. This is our 30th. 30. Yes, it's our 30th episode, which is so insane in the membrane. I'm just surprised as you are. I'm just kidding. We knew that this day would come, but I think like the theme of this episode is just the best of Bid on You. I genuinely feel so excited to be able to do a show that has blessed my life and blessed my friend's life and just like been inspirational to people say. And I'm really excited to see like where God takes this show and where we get to go together on this journey. I think that 30 episodes as a one band, one sound, one woman show. Like, of course I've had my guest on, but I don't know that I've really talked about this on the show a ton. Maybe people have asked me on the show casually, but I produce, I write, I host, I edit, I promo, I upload, like, woo. And so I think that it's a really cool part of like being able to launch this show where it is now. Even where it was 30 episodes ago, like I had to learn so much about audio production, like all the things that I thought that I knew about cameras and editing and just everything that comes along with having a podcast and having a piece of content that's like long form is a lot. And so just to be able to learn how to do all of these things from a technical standpoint, hashtag women in STEM, women in tech, over the past, how long have we been doing this? Since November 2020. We launched in, was it November? We launched in November 2023, which is crazy. So we are a year and a half old. And I talked about this on a TikTok recently about how Les from Balanced Black Girl podcast, I think she just changed the name to like She's So Lucky podcast, but how Les talked about how it took 3 years for her show to really catch on. And I was like, 3 years? But we're halfway there in a positive way. And I think the long game of podcasting, the long game of content production, you know, outside of the overnight viral sensations that like TikTok has sort of warped everyone's brain into believing they will be, which fingers crossed. What's going on? See, I don't, because, you know, check that signal chat. Because what's this? Jesus be offense. We good, praise God. And so anyway, of course, like I had my own viral moment, and in the TikTok, I basically talk about just how everything adds up over time and how it can look like something is an overnight success and you can feel like you're behind, or you can feel like, oh, this is such a long game. Is it ever going to get there? Do I still even want it to get there? Do I care enough to keep going? And I think when I first started the show, I was coming off of, you know, having become a creator. I was always sort of putting out content, but become a creator for real, like overnight, when I like went viral with the whole Bama rush of it all. And so in the TikTok, I talked about how I never, you know, had I never gone through Rush, had I never become the first Black president, and all of the challenges and opportunities that experience did it from like 17 years old to like 21 years old. And then had I never turned on my camera when Bama Rush was trending and been like, LOL, let me say a little something to be silly, and then woken up with millions of views, thousands of followers, had I never taken that and then moved from working at Capitol Records, working in music, to working at TikTok and managing creators and being on the other side of things while also understanding what it's like to be a creator myself and having been in Black TikTok and just all of the things that like God has showed me, even in, while I'm telling y'all, like added up along the way. And you know, and my friend Brooke and I, shout out my homegirl Brooke from our pledge class, when we were like, ooh, we'll start like a rush consulting business and call it Bid on You. And so then the Bid on You brand was born. And then I was able to say, Bid on You is a lifestyle, right? Like the concept in sororities of giving out a bid is like, hey, we want you. But Bid on You is about wanting yourself. It's about knowing that you're worth the bet, you're worth the risk, you're worth the effort, you're worth the ask. And I think that doing this show and having 30 episodes of this show, whether we were talking about boundaries or conquering fear or how to pivot in your career, or even doing a little bit of hard-hitting investigative journalism with the program, the Netflix documentary, and having Kelly on to talk about a real life experience and sort of those behind the scenes moments. I think that as I'm talking to y'all, I'm realizing, and I just thank the Lord, like I have been really blessed to be able to do something that I love to do, and that's tell people stories. And that's really just bringing storytelling to life in a way that is chewable, in a way that's funny, in a way that's relatable. And I tell people all the time, one of my favorite things I think now when I have someone on the show, especially someone that I'm like closer to and, you know, get to sort of see their walk, is the level of accountability that this here provides. Y'all, when I tell you, it really is like, it's like therapy, but in front of everybody and telling all your business in a way, because it's like, if I say on this show, hey, X, Y, and Z, or I'm working on this, or my advice would be this, I really try to pride myself on not telling people in general of life, but especially when it's recorded. Okay. I try to pride myself on not telling people something that I wouldn't do or haven't experienced or am not currently trying to hold myself to. And so having this show and being able to put out 30 episodes just on different things that I'm myself navigating or have navigated in life. And as I am in my late 20s now, thinking about all the things that I've been able to accomplish so far in my career and the things that are just getting started. And so even though this is the 30th episode and this is really like a love project, it's really challenged me to say, okay, can you be faithful in the small things before it's this big thing? Lord willing, one day this will be a network show, right? And we'll have our own J-Hood tunnel and it'll be just as lit. But I think right now, the beauty of us just being able to connect and build this online community and build a community with my friends and give them a place to speak up about things that matter to them and things that they're working through, and allow someone on the other side of the microphone or the lens or the speaker to know that they're not as alone. And adulting and a hyper individualized society will make you think that. But Bid on You over these past 30 episodes has really allowed me to bid on the people I love, to bid on and make sure that when I'm bidding on people I love, I'm one of those people, and to make sure that I'm just continuing to chug away. And I think I'm really excited for this episode because not only is it a milestone, but it brings together clips from roughly like the top 10 episodes that we've had over time. Some of them being sillier, some of them more advice driven, some of them a little more narrative and storytelling and hard hitting and low, talking about, you know, how to fight back in life when she lost her mom, or Maya and I talking about how to make new friends. Should you make new friends? I'm just really honored to be able to bring y'all this episode and to be able to look back at, it was really cool to make, honestly, and look back at all the cool moments that I've had with my people on this show so far and that we've been able to have together as members of the Bid on You community. And so shout out y'all for making this possible, for encouraging me to keep going, and for watching the show and for listening to the show and for tuning in, for buying the merch, just being members. Truly, we love our members. And when one day we're having a sold out live tour, we can look back on the 30th episode and say we knew we were just getting started. And so all of these things add up, whether that have been my career building over time, or if that was, you know, my personal career building over time, and things that I want to do, and the things and the passions that I know God has put inside of me since I was a little girl, which is to yap and to storytell and to highlight the human experience and make people feel less alone. So I appreciate y'all being on the journey with me. Happy 30th episode. Welcome back to Bid on You. Enjoy the best of, and we'll see you next time. Mwah. Actually, make sure y'all don't turn it off. We'll see you next time. Like, I'm going to see you, but y'all keep watching the episode. Okay, love you. Bye. How, loaded question, do you advocate for yourself? Taking those tools, what does that look like practically?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, I think it's doing good work, and then it's being able to, I hate to say it, but justify that work. Like, I hate that we have to like justify ourselves and like put it, but numbers work for people. Like, just like people want to know like the analytics, the statistics, like whatever behind what we're doing, and just showing that the black dollar moves, and like what we're doing is like integral to like culture, and there are impressions and likes and comments. We are profitable, and like
we are the culture.
Yeah, we are the culture. So I think like painting a very clear picture to people about like our productivity and like our effectiveness like at what we do, I think is just, I think that's crucial. Like positioning ourselves, like selling ourselves in a way so that it's digestible for people. And I hate that we have to do that. And I hate that like people aren't seeking that out, because I mean, I feel like other people can be promoted just by people seeing them, but we have to make people see us. And so it's like, let me make you see me. And it's like,
exhausting.
I don't want to play that game.
Yeah, no, I think.
So that's why we've been making our own tables, and then we can't help but be seen. So,
child, things are gonna get. You sing. There. Oh, you hear them runs in that hum? That was me, y'all. We just came from church, so you know I'm fresh with it.
My mom basically played me, like she lied. So there's two ways if you watch the program is I think Catherine Kubler did a good job. Like she did a really good job representing like everyone that's in the program.
Okay. Awesome.
Like she did a really good job, I just want to say. So she talked about two types of ways that you can get your student or your child to get to the actual school, which is one, literally kidnapping.
Yeah.
Most of the girls that were at my program were kidnapped. Literally out of bed in the middle of the night, like kidnapped.
I'm about to be gagged the whole episode, so I'm trying like not to react so we can get through this. But that was my question, because I was like, now did they throw you in the back of the van? But that was popular, basically.
I got lucky. I didn't get kidnapped. So the other method was your parents literally drop you off.
Right.
So I didn't get kidnapped, but most of the girls in the program did. So I get
home. Like worse in a different way, because it's like when you're like, obviously the trauma of thinking that you're being kidnapped, like I'm probably not equipped to discuss anyway, so it's for the best. But also like being like having that image in your mind, I would imagine, of like when your mom dropped you off forever. I'm like, damn, I'd probably rather have the sack around my head.
Yeah, right. Maybe. And so this is the crazy thing. Like she had packed my bag for me. And so I like was like, what? Like she was like, I already have this bag for you. And so I had already I grabbed a couple things of my own in a backpack, and then she was like, it's just gonna be a quick trip. We're just gonna go visit him and we'll be back. And I was like, okay, like again, like so my relationship with my mom at the time in high school, like I'm not gonna lie, like I was a bratty, like hormonal kid. Like I was a teenager that was rude to my mom, but not on the level of like the disrespect that I see in like youth today that are actually really angry. Like I was like, you know, just a bratty, angry,
literally just going through puberty,
going through my own stuff. And you know, I didn't have like the best relationship with my mom. So I was just like, la-di-da, like, okay, whatever, like, let's go to the airport. So we arrive, and my mom was like, okay, there's going to be a nurse that's picking us up, and she's going to drive us to the hospital. But we literally get off in Missouri. We get off in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, I'm a total idiot. I'm thinking this is exactly why I was in summer school for history.
No,
because I literally I literally didn't even know at the time that Iowa or like St. Louis was like far from New York. So she's like, we're gonna get off here and we're gonna drive to New York. And I was like, okay. Still, I was like, la-di-da, like, okay, so like, like, did I have a little bit of uncertainties? Yeah, it was weird. But this is when it got really weird. So when we got out, there was a lady. She was a really random woman, and she did not speak a word to us like the entire time. She literally picks us up in this car, and she and my mom like already knew each other by name. We get in, and she drives. I fell asleep. Like we just drive. and like of what feels like I don't remember, like maybe a couple hours. And then when I wake up, I just remember looking out the window and seeing Midwest Academy, like literally right outside the window, like of the car. So we parked there. And that's basically the story of how I arrived to the school, was like I got lied to.
Right.
And the fact is that I basically failing chemistry was the
catalyst.
whole snowball of like me going to the program. But the whole reason why she chose this was because her coworker sent her daughter there for like alcohol abuse. And if you don't know this from watching the program, I learned this. I didn't know this, but you get a month off if you refer someone and they accept.
I saw the like referral program situation. I was like,
you guys are very smart.
Yeah,
like, that is a
they're
really
sick.
smart way.
It's scary. Yeah. And I think like we'll get into that, but like the level of how they thought out so many things, it's like I feel like you could have used your powers for good at that point. Like you thought out everything except for what the school was actually supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Definitely.
So you're like, we don't have any actual curriculum. We don't have any actual place for you to lay your head or actual qualified people to be overseeing children, but we know how to make the money.
Like they have so much money in this industry that it's like, did you ever start thinking about like the actual impact that you could have had if you really started to do good things?
Like,
so,
do what you said you were going to do? Silly me. What's your advice, they want to know, for someone who's trying to take the leap and pursue their passions, but is afraid of not having stability, like I just said? And then how can they get started today? What are some practical tips / steps? You know, I love practicality, honey.
Yeah.
I'm like, how?
I think in terms of stability, the first thing is what is stability, and defining what that is for you. Because I mean, you can have a quote unquote stable job, but people are getting fired, laid off every day. You just never know what's going to happen. And so I think it's just defining like exactly what is stability. Like, how's your mental being? How's your emotional well-being? Like, is that stable? So even though I did preface, like I was like made the decision of like quitting next week, I was planning for months. Like I started getting back to freelancing, and safety nets, and basically just kind of doing small things. Like I was doing the food stuff, and kind of just building my own. I mean, I both subconscious and consciously, but I'm blessed that I started that months ago.
Amen.
And then it took basically I had a freelance client reach out, and so when that came up, that was pretty much the week before I decided to quit, where I was like, okay, that'll be my launch pad.
Amen.
And so if anything, like I'll figure it out. Theme of this whole
child, this makes me want to throw up, but yes.
But yeah, I think I can define like what that stability looks like. And just even 3 weeks out, I feel so much better mentally and emotionally. And I feel like I have more capacity to do more things. And I think once I made that decision, things have just been opening up and more opportunities have been coming.
Wow.
I'm obviously still figuring a lot of things out, but yeah, I just feel a lot more optimistic, and I'm also like still open to like looking for jobs. Like I'm not closing down the 9 to 5 completely. But like, yeah, I couldn't even really job search when I was
there the whole day on their computer. Me on their computer.
Right.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Now I have the time.
In the process of that, let's talk a little about leaving family, moving to a new cities, and then just sort of the transition there, because people at home may not know, but you lost your mom. So how in the process of early-ish adulthood, trying to figure out life, moving, and then losing like the closest person to you. Yeah. Not to just jump into that, but I think when it comes to fighting back in life, that's probably where I would have tapped out of the ring. So I'd love to hear your perspective on how you kept fighting.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think you're right. Losing my mom was like the hardest thing. I actually just wrote about it because I'm like,
yes, journal.
Write a book.
Oh, well, you're gonna have it because you've been journaling a lot. So you just put those pages together.
That's pretty much what
I'll be there for mine to be signed front line.
Please and thank you. So my mom passed really fast. I don't even know if I've ever told you that. We found out she was sick, and then 3 weeks later, she basically passed.
How old were you?
I was 21. Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to cry.
Which is like older, but like not,
No.
you know, like I was still that brat that
I
like,
could be 90 and it would be too soon.
dude, I don't think there's ever probably a good time ever.
Yeah.
But I remember the day I took her to the hospital that she was also a stubborn woman. I get it from her. She wouldn't go. She wouldn't go. Finally, I was like, we gotta go. She couldn't really walk. And I remember I sat her up and I ran to go get the car because we didn't have a parking. So I had to go street parking. Ran to go get the car. And I had this moment where I started shaking and I started just like almost crying. And I said to myself, I was like, this is the only moment you get. It's the only moment you get. And I took a big, deep inhale, big exhale. And I was like, never in front of her is all I said. And I feel like that moment, I even realized it then when I think about it now, that moment was the moment I started fighting. If I had to be really honest, because that moment, our roles switched, right? From her being my caretaker, my person that I leaned on. Yeah. I had to be that for her. I had no idea how to be that for her. Yeah. But I started with, I'm not gonna cry and I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure she's good. When I got her, went through the whole process, we got, really not good care. Right. But I think once she we kind of knew what was going on. Right. At one point she said to me, I just want to make sure you're okay. Just want to make sure you're
right
okay.
now.
Yeah.
Or period.
Just period. Because we were not very well off. Like at one point we were, like we were never like rich, but we were never struggling. But around this time for the year or two, we were struggling. Couldn't even buy pizza. Like it. And so she was really stressed about me and school. And we were obviously already taking out loans, but we were looking at other loans. And she was like, I just want to make sure you're okay.
Right. How are you doing?
Yeah. And I was like, Mom, I'm okay. I figured it out. Even though I actually hadn't, I was like, I figured it out. I got it. I'm good. I did it. You're good. You're good. A week later she passed. And I think that moment that I took, I just never let go of. And I never then gave myself a moment to ever have it, even after she passed. So to your question about how I kept fighting, I don't even know if I was really fighting for, I would say even close to like 8 to 10 years after she passed. I was just really surviving. And I really hung on to. Sorry,
no, and I'm like, I don't want to make you cry, but this is why I didn't put lashes on. So, anywho, just hanging in there.
So I just hung on to me telling her that I was okay. Because and that's what I sort of was my North Star and everything.
You were willing that to be true.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm just always going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay, which was fine. And it got me through a good amount of years. It shockingly got me to New York. It got me to a lot of things, but I don't know if I was ever really living and if I was ever really fighting. I almost feel like I was numb through a lot of it until I finally like woke up and I wanted more and I wanted to live and I wanted to fight and I wanted to see what I wanted.
Yeah. And be more than okay.
And be more than okay. And not just survive. I really wanted to live.
Real okay. Yeah. What made you wake up?
Kind of just being at the fucking
No, yeah.
I was like trying not to this whole time. No. But I was at my fucking lowest.
Yeah.
Zero money. Did not know how I was gonna eat. Did not know if I even made the right decision to dance. Did not know anything. And I left New York. So it was pretty much when I left New York that I moved to LA that I was like, I'm awake. I'm here. I don't know. And I think that's why, honestly, the transition with dance started happening because I think there was a second that I was doing it for the wrong reasons. Like I was doing it because I knew she loved it when I danced. And I couldn't tell if I was doing it because I loved it.
I think we were so should I do this to each other?
Yeah.
That we never actually were like, I think we're just already gonna. And then we get frustrated.
Oh, totally. I think it was the blind leading the blind in a way. And then I'll be like, why did I run into the wall? You should have said so. You tell me the wall was right there.
Yeah. And
How
so
could you?
I think it was codependency, and then realizing like we had to like boundaries, like had to set our own boundaries, and maybe we didn't have boundaries. Probably not, LOL.
In many places in our lives, let alone like.
And so I think like when you are in a bad place, or like not the best place, like, or if frustrated, like who do you take it out on? The one you love the most.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think
like I just be coming up with a reason to be mad. I'm like,
and so I think a lot of things that we wish we could have said to like the people that we were dating.
That's a really good point.
We were saying it to each other.
Oh my gosh, why am I getting emotional already? Oh shit. Okay.
And neither of us deserved that. And so I think that was like the perspective of like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah. With that, I think that's such an interesting point, and I think it makes so much sense. I guess like that's what's cool about perspectives, right? It's like opinions. Everybody's got one. But what would you say, like, or do you regret anything about like the way that we handled our friendship disintegration into a hiatus at the time?
I think so. Yeah. Totally. I wish I had done it in person and been like, this
like
is
a
how
conversation.
Yeah. But I also think at the time we were like, you were in like a weird place.
Yeah.
And so it was like really tough to be like, hey, I want to sit down and have a conversation.
Totally. I didn't have
without
the capacity
having
for
like
that.
one of our friends. Cause I'm someone who's like, I like having someone in the room. I like making sure that there's a mediator because I'm an Aries, you're a Leo. Like who's getting a word in?
Elena's very like cut, like that's that Rochester. Like it's just is what it is. And it was what was so unique because I'm normally like, but with you, I enjoyed that. But then I think when I was like wounded, I couldn't take anything that wasn't like, how can we save your life? Then in closing, we like to do this thing with our guest before you leave.
Do this thing.
And I'm excited that now we take it back and support you in it. I'm going to hold you to it.
To hang out.
Literally. This could be you. Get to it.
Yeah, also like, who wants to date somebody that don't have no friends?
That is the number one
red flag.
Number one red flag. Like I run. Like don't walk. Don't peep in. Don't skip.
Like, well, maybe he's new here.
No, I just think
you're a red flag if you don't have no friends. You watching this. That's basically what they said. Damn. So start tonight. Search it for you.
But it circles back to what friends can do, like how they refine you, right? How they refine you, how they support you, how they see you, how they love you. All of that is so important for your health,
right?
Like I could go on for days, but it is. I'm not saying that in a way of like you don't have friends. Something's probably not. Something's wrong with you. I'm more so saying if you don't have friends, there's so much of you that you haven't figured out. And I can't be the one to walk you there alone.
Why do you say that? What haven't I figured out?
I just think it takes other people to show you who you truly are. Like you can sit in your home all day and be like, I think I'm discovering myself.
Yeah, of course, because ain't nobody talking to you.
Yeah, or I have this theory on myself. But sit with yourself long enough, you're gonna change your mind. So
not you thinking you nice and you're not.
Right. And so I
you just haven't had a chance to be mean.
Whoa.
Ooh, maybe. Hello?
Right.
You think you're trustworthy because you haven't had a chance to be trusted.
Right.
Like, that's a gag.
So bids on our show, as you know, as a loyal member, our questions, letters, etc. that the members just send in, and they're like, please help, please help, please help. That's what they say in my ears. So this one that we have today, it just says, I'm like kind of nervous about this one, but it's like, how do I decide if a friendship is worth maintaining while we're at drastically different stages of life? Or how do I know if I just need to let it go and see if we come back together? Basically, is what she said. Like, essentially, holla at you.
You know me.
See if
I'm like,
I didn't even say it. You know me. She does it.
There's no right answer here. There really isn't, and I hate.
Okay, let me just listen.
Okay, we can bounce, but I really hold on to people, places, things, opportunities, experiences that are put in my life. I sometimes and but just because I am so aware that like I am so blessed in so many ways, and so I sometimes I grip too hard. Yeah, I'm like, God gave it to me, it's mine. So like mine.
Bless it with my name.
Yeah,
So
my name on it.
Like
no one else.
Not refundable.
Yeah,
I traded.
He gave it to me. So I would say like gauge it however you.
So sorry. He gave it to me.
He gave it to me. I'm being so serious. I'll also
all the child coded of you. My toy, like that's what you.
My blessing.
Gave it to me. Like, okay, girl, you got it.
It's like these people. Oh my God! It's like these people who have been brought into your life that you've had a friendship with, etc. before. There was value there, and so I am just not. I'm rarely the first person to like give up just because I'm like. I've been given I've been given these hardworking bones for a reason. Like I want to apply myself, like whatever. Yeah,
put in the work.
So yeah, I think that but all that being said, like I am very accepting when it becomes clear because it does. Like I do stay in it until it doesn't make any more sense for me. And like, I have felt that so deeply before. And I have like taken a sharp pivot. Sometimes people have been taken by surprise, but I have to because I am investing so much. Like
I agree.
If it's not for me, I have to be like, okay, cool. Because it was mine. And God will have more that is for me.
Clear, with my name
specifically. Exactly. There will be more with my name on it.
Not overstaying our blessing.
Yeah. No, honestly. But I always want to like be a good steward of my blessing. And so I think that is just something I continue to like pray about. Yeah. And continue to work on.
Yeah.
But I think my hands up approach when it makes sense works for me. So I would just advise anybody to, continue to invest in it because like there was something there. However, naturally, like not everybody is gonna ride with us until the end, and it's like that makes me so sad. But I think that it's like you'll know when it's time. No, I know I'll cry, but yeah, I think that if you still have love to give, they still have love to give. I think it just like wait it out and see, and like don't give up on people because we're all people. We're all
I feel like it's communication. You can't talk to yourself though. So I feel like there's a reason you're probably asking that question. Like there's something that's coming up that's giving friction.
Like an instance,
Either it's like I'm always calling you, or every time I call
let's unpack it.
Higher than mightier or whatever. Like higher mighty, higher than.
I like it though.
Yeah, no,
is it? Higher than mightier. Yeah, no,
write that down.
Extra.
Yeah. So
level.
That's what it gives. That's what they're upset about, I suppose. And so I think I would try to assess. It goes back to like our boundaries episode where she was basically like, "What is it that you're feeling? What's coming up for you when these instances occur?" And I think that's so funny of like listening to your body and how your body would be like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
and you're like, I wonder if things are weird. Like it's like and you're like throwing up when you're like thinking about calling
heaving,
them. Like you're like hiding from the like under the bed in your own home because you see their text message. Like, girl, what? Like first of all, have a little awareness.
Yeah, know thyself.
And then if you can communicate, like I think relationships work if both people are willing.
Yeah,
and that's key. And all the time, it's not that. Like some people don't have the same tight grip knuckle that like we seem to carry. But I think a powerful thing that's come over time is once there's two ways to do it. This one, enter at your own risk. I say this every time. You say, God, if this ain't it, remove it. That's a harsh one. Say that. Comes quick, fast,
and you have to be ready.
Don't play.
Do not pray that
Don't
prayer.
even play with him. He said, "Oh, say
because
this,
every time
he's gonna press that red button.
Every single
He's gonna
time.
pull the lever, Kronk.
Or it's in arena hosting, in a career, podcasting. Exactly.
That's crazy. Yeah. Work well wherever you are. Like, what does the God say? Faithful in small things, you'll be faithful in the big ones. That's so true. And nobody ever wants to, on the topic of pivoting, like start small. Like, you know what I mean? I want, even this, it's like, I want to post it and I want, tomorrow Beyonce's like, oh, we'd love to have a spot. Like, girl, what? Like, I would be like, hold on, Beyonce, I got to get the tripod set up. Like, you're not ready for that. Like, you need these things to build, like you said, your craft, your character, your confidence. Yeah. And then when you get to that stage, you're like, oh, I have paid my dues. Like, I'm ready.
Absolutely. Like, you need a developmental phase, and everyone wants that instant gratification, but it's God, the universe, whatever you want to believe in will open that opportunity for you when you're ready. Oof. And you might want it now.
Well, I got a little tear because I feel like God sent you to tell me. Yeah. Fine. Anyway, so when you were ready, I'm like, this is about me now. Sorry.
So Marissa, when you were
literally,
ready,
I'm about to say a testimony, honey.
A couple months later,
right,
I got called up.
Not called up. It really is like a player.
Yeah. So I was in the minors, then majors, or G League to
the league.
The league, yeah.
That's crazy.
And I have loved the job. I've been doing that since 2018 in arena hosting. And it sets me on fire in the same way that dancing has.
Wow.
And I didn't know that it was going to fulfill me in that same way. All. Like, I knew that I loved speaking. I loved performing. I love speaking.
I love to talk. I love
to talk.
Speaking is my passion.
I like to dance.
Yeah,
I like
to speak.
I like the words.
When I can't dance, I'll talk. Literally. Okay, so you love it. You shucking and jiving. I think that is so cool that you said it sets you on fire. You lit the same way you were with dancing, because I feel like oftentimes when we have to pivot, we just assume they're going to be horrible. We're like, this was not my original plan, so it must be trash.
And after that's happened, you know, a handful of times in my life.
Okay.
Then I'm like, okay, this is the moment where God is preparing something big for me, because too many times I have thought that I am at my lowest low, or why am I not making the team? Why am I on the appearance team? Why am I in? Now, when I was put in the G League, I didn't question it. It felt right. I'm like, okay, I see you, God. I know what you're doing.
Okay.
I need to develop. I need to get in this rhythm of, you know, mastering the craft, like I was saying before.
And that's a different level of humility, because most people, like you said, are instant gratification. Like, we're like, okay, why am I not on center stage? Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. I feel like the G League, for example, is anything in life where you feel like I'm doing the grunt work, or even like if you're starting your career and being like an assistant, you feel like, oh, my talent's so wasted here. So I think that's cool that you felt like I'm just developing my talent here.
I've worked with a lot of people, and I will say one of the best advice that I've ever gotten was forever be a student.
It's getting Karate Kid.
No, wax on, wax off.
I receive it, Grasshopper.
Come on.
Forever be a student.
Yeah.
Because if you're not learning, you're not living. Really.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's what my therapist says. Because I'm like, girl, are we going to be growing always? Like, damn, is there a break? Like a winter break? A season finale? Something? A mid-season finale? What's going on? Like, I need some ABC Family freeform. And she's like, no, like, if you're alive, you'll be growing.
7.
Please. Always be there to bid on you.
Wow, thank you so much. This means a lot, like, for me to be here, because this space is an opportunity for me to practice what I'm really trying to work through. So thank you for, like, creating this space for your friends and for people that you know to practice, like, what we came in the city to do, you know? Practice what we're struggling on, practice what we're working on, practice that, because practice doesn't make perfect, but it makes it easier and it makes it better. And so I thank you for that. So thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Practice makes it easier. Start practicing today. It's giving ad. Buy my OxyClean. And on that note, thanks for watching Bid on You. We love you, and we'll see you next time.